Previously on Play Another Slow Jam.
Because he has not touched me in a long, long time.
So remember, when I touch his wife, what am I going to tell her? He's my only child plan that I'm giving you tonight. If you leave him, hold on, people. But a couple of them trying to piss me off, you know. So we have said, this, in the remix, it said, we can't play real grooves, alright? So I don't want nobody look at them fucking phone when I play. Don't start me off, you know. I be nice, very nice. But I'm going to kill somebody now. Who gonna start on? Who next on the list? Yeah, you're my friend.
It's Sound Clash time again. Play another Slow Jam Clash 2026. We're here with the sounds and the selectors and the DJs who are going to be competing this year. Introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm C6 representing the wild card, Elephant in the Room.
DJ Ali Studio Express.
D.O.DD Studio Express.
Brandley After Dark.
DJ Cypher, New Winner Roadshow.
Richard F. New Winner Roadshow.
Mr. Sophisticated, strictly sophisticated, making sure the clash is going to be dealt with fairly and ruly.
And I'm one of your referees, Kash, representing that D.O.DD UK. And we're here. It's Sound Clash time. I think it's only right that we start with the champions. You know, New Winner Roadshow. How are we?
We're good, man.
We're winning.
Confident?
Feeling confident. Confident, yes, but never arrogant.
Last year there was let's go with start with last year. Last year there was some discrepancies, you know. I've got a friend of mine, my other co-host on my show. There was some talk because you're a part of the promotion, that, you know, and you won the clash. So there was some talk that, you know, you pay off some people and some people get some vote get by and I don't know. I want me here.
I hear that, but what I'm saying is, let's make it make sense. Did we put the people in the audience, or did we pay for them all to come in the audience, or did we pay all the audience members
All right.
to
No.
respond to all of the songs that we played more so than other songs?
We would never know.
You know, in clash, especially back in the days, man bring bus load, man buy tickets for people and make them come. That is a thing.
Yeah.
You bring your crowd and make sure your crowd is the majority. So that was some of the talk. And remember, as I said, you're part of the promotion, so that's why that talk was kind of there, and you won.
Do you know what I would say is, I respect everybody that was in that dance, and I respect the non-bias that was in that dance, because I saw people who share my own surname cheering and blowing horns for Studio Express when they were playing, which let me know that, you know what, these lot are they're giving the forwards where it's deserved.
Okay.
I saw people doing the same thing for Movie Star Johnny. When Movie Star Johnny played the game, he's winning over our crowd, and that's what Clash is also about. So if C6 brings a busload of people to the dance or whatever, and I've played better than C6 and I win over his crowd, isn't that the essence of Clash?
Yeah, you win over. You're supposed to win over the. Yeah, you're right.
So Richard, let me ask you this, right? What are you guys going to do differently this time, and which of these sounds are you fearing the most?
I think something that we've got to do different is we've got to retain a trophy this year, because last year we didn't have to retain it because it was the first one, right? So this year we have to win it again as a, what do they call it, back to, what's it called?
Well, one after the other.
Well, yeah, I mean, I said back to back, right? But we're going to retain, so that's different from last year. And in terms of who we fear,
We don't fear nobody.
well, I was about to say we fear ourselves for shooting ourselves in the foot, like, and getting disqualified.
The truth is, we respect our peers. That's the least. We respect our peers, but we don't fear any of them.
Is there pressure in the camp? Because you've got to, because I think it's going to be like even a bigger crowd. I think this year. So is there pressure? I think the competition is. Choose my words. I think the competition is there, really there this year.
Definitely. You know what they always say? Heavy is the head that wears the crown, innit? So you lot have won now. So now it's a case, because remember, we was the underdog. No one never thought, we thought everyone was Studio Express's Clash to win. That was everybody's, trust me, when we asked everyone, Studio, trust me, that everybody's feedback is Studio Express's Clash. No one could see past Studio Express.
Don't get twisted. I had Studio Express up there. I had them up there.
Of course you did, but
I know that you, especially you, Cypher, R&B, all of that, rare grooves, all of that, that's your lane. Yeah. So I know that you're strong in that lane.
But you know one thing though, they were there. You see when tunes were dropping and this tune Boston having this record, they were there. So we may be able to blend them together, whatever, but they were there. So
when it first came.
So I think, especially to give Richie his kudos, learning from his dad, because I weren't there. Do you know what I mean? So we had to learn it, whereas for them it kind of comes natural. So I think that's why maybe nobody didn't see past Studio. And like I said, there's loads of respect, but we are a talented sound and we have learned ourselves to this point, and it's just all about us just taking it to the next level.
You had a big point to prove on that night.
Yeah,
the adrenaline was high.
The truth of the matter is, if you ask the Express, they will tell you every time that they pass over the controller or the CDJs or the microphone to us, one of the first things that I say is that these men are part of the reason why we play music. Them man are, I say, when I take the talk up one from Dud, I said, big up my mentor, because them man there, I remember, like I said on the podcast, being on that one specific coach strip, Mikey Koo's coach strip, where these men came on in Margate or wherever it was after us, and we thought we played sick. And then they came on, and it was freaking gunshots everywhere, and they thought, and Don was like, that's how you do it, son.
And Sweeney, out of his mouth said, they done you.
He said, you met them. Done you.
So we're back on the coach strip, from Margate, sitting there like, they done us. So, like I said, man.
And you know what? Speaking of Studio
We're going to move on to Studio Express.
Yeah, speaking of Studio Express, last year you wasn't victorious.
Nah.
What did you learn from last year that you will carry into this year's Clash?
I think not to take people for granted and take all the competitors seriously. And I think that's what we didn't do.
Was you overconfident?
No, I wouldn't say overconfident. I think basically, I think we've done fantastic coming up to the final. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think on the night, or even before the night, the sound I feared the most for that competition was Special Touch.
Right.
Okay.
That's but I didn't really take into consideration
the rest. Yeah.
Because I was there, and I think some of the song selections, I think the crowd had a massive part to play in some of the songs. You just mentioned Special Touch. I think they played excellent on that night.
Yeah,
but I think some of the songs that they played wasn't lending itself to the crowd. So are you going to be a bit more selective with the songs that you play, basing on the crowd that are going to be there?
Well, it's difficult to be selective because as whoever has been in the Clash before, you know that if somebody plays a tune and you've got a tune lined up, that easily gets wiped out. So it's not about being selective. You just got to use your box to your best ability. Do you know what I mean? And just bounce around the night evenly.
Mr. Dad, the performance for this year, what's it looking like? Are we expecting a special performance from yourself?
To me, I work with the vibe of the crowd, innit? So if I see a gap in the crowd, I'm in it. This year, I think, different from last year, I was a bit too focused on it, as in the aggression side of it, more than the crowd pleasing. You know, the bus two jokes. That night I wasn't busting no jokes. I was all calling them bastards.
Yeah.
To be honest, in a clash, it depends what kind of crowd you got. When you got a bag of girls in it, and a lot of it goes back to where you're coming from as well. Like when you hear men start calling them bastards in that, it's not amplify the clashes. It's raw.
Because that crowd is not.
That kind of crowd.
Yeah.
If it was a dancehall crowd, it's slightly different. But now when you start saying, "Yeah, bastards can't play this," and it makes people start saying, "Wow, is this going to go the other way?" So I saw it in the finals.
Yeah.
I did see it in the finals. Up until the finals, everything was cool. It was gliding through, doing my usual thing, but I have some tricks and some antics for them.
What? Okay. All right. You say okay. All right. I want to ask you this. Obviously, you was in the Clash last year, but before that, have you been involved in any clashes before?
I've been in every clash
Yeah,
on this,
we've been
every
in.
clash on this R&B scene we've been in, and I can name them all. The Rare Groove Clash. The next clash after that was South Beach West twice with Big G at Acapulco. The time after that was myself, Ali and Mikey Coos. There was 2. One in
That was one in Silver Spoon.
and one in
So they're
Tottenham.
veterans in this.
There's your experience.
So there's
This is
no-
not your first, second, third,
There's no street sound clash that we ain't been in. None.
Okay.
And to be honest, the 2 that are myself, Ali and Mikey Coos put on, that was more area clash. It wasn't an individual effort.
sound. Sound.
The Rare Groove Clash was an individual effort. As much as controversy it caused, we came joint first. I know people said you can't have joint first, but the crowd couldn't split. So in the end, they said, look, split the prize money. Don't know how we were going to split the cup, because we was taking a cup home every 6 months and polishing it, but hey. So the soul clash thing ain't new to us.
Okay, so that makes sense to why New in the Road, so you was kind of looking at Express last year as like
The pioneers.
and you're giving them their props because they've been doing the clash thing on the R&B scene. Okay.
And also to add to it, there's no clash we run from. So when you hear some DJs who's had the same longevity as us talking about they've got this in their cabinet, there's no cabinet. Because you ain't been in nothing individually by yourself. You can claim any credit. I can claim a credit. After the Rear Groove dance, I went and bought a Peugeot 205. GTI. A red one. This talk we've got to put out there. So don't taking nothing away from the road show. If me and Ali looked at the box different, we would have gone a different direction. But what they done was the right thing.
Remember as well, they had 3 heads.
Yeah. You got one
looking in their box.
Yeah, you got one taking out music.
You got 3 heads looking in their box.
We're here.
And that's one thing I didn't take into consideration.
Yeah.
So you're going to get someone else to...
No.
You have recruited another member to the South. I've seen another MC on the South at the moment.
Do you know what? You don't necessarily need 3 people or more.
No, you don't.
You don't need that. It's just that, sometimes on the night, sometimes you take chances. I've been there myself. You take chances, you're like, right, that didn't work. So you know it for the next time that this might not work. So guess what? Let's just push that one to the side. If we're desperate and we need something, we're gonna take the chance. But it never worked last time.
No, but I'll be honest. The chance that Richie took was at the right time. He played, if I remember, he played a new R&B, like a new slow jam, which won the Gallem over. Where we were still like saying, let's stick to this one, let's stick to that. So if we kind of broadened our horizons, then it might have been a tasty ending.
Richie, do you remember the song that you played?
I can't remember specifically, but what I will say is that it's very dependent on the crowd at the time, because if we get there on the day and we notice that, you know what, there's less 21 to 35-year-olds and more 45 to 65-year-olds, let's go down a more mature approach, more mature avenue or whatever. So it's very, you get me, dependent on who you see in front of you on the day, what response you're getting, and you have to adjust accordingly. And any DJ will tell you that.
Yeah.
You can plan for a route 1 when you get there on the day.
It's a different thing.
The only thing we didn't plan for, that Richie was going to bring so much horns and whistles.
And I think because of the sounds that are in this clash, I think you're going to find a more age variety. You're going to find, you've got your new attractions, you've got your after darks. I think you're going to find a more diverse crowd when it comes to age. So you may have a different type of strategy this time around.
Definitely. Last year, I think one of the key talking points after the clash was that we had a complete contrast in terms of age groups. People were in there raving with their mums, grandmother, dads, uncles, aunts. There were 3 generations raving to this all the slow jam genre, you know what I mean? So I look forward to seeing that again. I'm hoping that we get a complete, vast selection of people raving.
And with that, I think with the sounds that have been introduced, I also think that the area side of it, as in different ends, is definitely going to be wide. It's going to be bigger. Looking at us, Studio, Celebrity Super last time, Movie Star Johnny, it's kind of a corner.
Yeah.
So now,
You're covering also.
right, so there's going to be, again, fresh ears almost that are going to step into the arena, and again, it's going to be for us to win them over and all other sounds to obviously try and win them over. So I think the whole playing field is definitely wide.
Well, speaking of fresh ears, After Dark, welcome to the Slow Jam Clash. When you got the call from Richie, what made you say yes?
Well, I was there last year, so for me, I was there just like in the audience as a spectator, and I loved the concept of it, right? So I was there thinking, I'm a fan of what the concept's about, yeah. And it was, for me, slow jams and clashing don't go together, right? It's a bit of an oxymoron. However, you've got to be someone who can think outside the box, right? Who can be creative. It's about storytelling as well, and how you really bring people, the audience, on board, right? So when I got the call and said, it was actually Roger Bailey that said, listen, we're on it this year, and I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting that. However, I'm up for it, right? This is our lane. This is where we come from. The sound, we started in 93. So this is at the pinnacle part of slow jams. We came in the transition of rare groove, street sound into slow jams, right? So I'm like, okay, this is right up our street. So for me, let's do it. Let's bring it on. Let's make it happen.
So that's good that you was in the Clash last year.
Yeah.
What did you think of the sounds last year competing? Like, who for you? Obviously, New Winner Road Show won.
Yeah.
But is there anyone else that you was like, you know what? You surprised me. Like, you played well. Like I didn't expect you to play so well.
So I thought Galflex would have got into the later rounds. I was surprised that they were out so early, right? Because I thought they would have given New Winner Road Show a run for their money, right? Because the kind of same era, right? So when I saw that happen, I thought, wow, okay. Then for me, it was Studio and Special Touch that I thought, okay, if you're talking about authentic slow jam sounds, they're coming from the era, yeah? So I thought it would be tough for Richie against them. But when I looked at the crowd, I think that did have some influence over who won. And that's not to take anything away from you, because I think you done an excellent job on the day.
As far as the age?
As far as age? Because what happened is, there was tunes that Studio Express played that if it was one of our authentic dances, raves, place would have gone mad.
It went over some people's heads.
It went over some people's head, raw. That would have been a mad tune. And I saw, right.
So I was there last time. When that song got played, I went to the bar and said, this is my type of music.
Right.
This is me.
Right.
But again, I think the demographic played a massive part, because then you lot played How Could I, right? Or something like that.
But I consider those tunes to be on par, because the Dave Hollis, the program, we play in our dances as well.
Yeah,
so it just, I don't know.
And that's another question for you. How are you gonna? Because it's your first, you're newbie, right?
Yep.
To this SoundCloud. How are you gonna respond to the crowd if the crowd don't give you the feel that you're looking for? How are you gonna bounce with that?
You just got to be quick on your feet and read. As DJs, sound man, street sounds, it's about reading the crowd, right? We're good at thinking on our feet. So if you play a tune and it's not working, you have to switch up very quickly. Yeah, and a lot of it as well is about how you introduce tunes as well. So going back to what I saw last year, so for instance, when Studio played a certain tune, they lined up the tune in a way that if it was in our dance, one of our normal dances, it would have went down in a different way, but it didn't, because that crowd didn't necessarily connect to some of the things that we might have been talking about. Because as Richie said, they weren't there in the waves. Where Richie's a bit of a hybrid because he comes from his dad. You know, he's been around us, growing around us, so he understands the music, but it wasn't necessarily his era. They weren't raving with us. They weren't going to the clubs with us. You know, there were certain things that we might be able to draw on in terms of experiences from that time, from that era, that they're not going to be able to connect with. So if you've got the right mix of crowd in there, then it's going to be a different ball game. A different ball game this year.
So, hold on there now. So, Dad, so are you throw a word on him when you say some man's first never been in a clash or anything?
No, it wasn't.
If you want to talk, short minute. But let's stick to the sounds. As you said, to me, Half Dark's been there. They've been there, they've done it. We've been toe to toe. I think there's no sound, but not taking nothing away from C6. There's no sound that we ain't been with, young or old. So in a way, we have got the experience of both sides, young and old. So I can go into a younger demographics dancer and still keep that same energy. Or go into an older dancer, keep the same energy. So as I said, not taking nothing away from Richie. He had the talk on the night. By the time the final came around, was I deflated? Not really deflated, but the controversy with Richie getting knocked out, and then he's going to get put back in. And after all, I said, I even said to the judges, what's this? What's this? What kind of madness is this?
Is it a case of we're going last year, now we're going this year?
Definitely not.
Can we just say though, as you mentioned that, do you feel that we was reinstated back into the clash unlawfully?
I didn't even know what was
I didn't know what was going on.
To be honest, I was completely...
That's my point. My point is we was disqualified because we already had one yellow card from us playing the MA tune, which they considered.
I thought that was what the controversy was about.
No, so that's what we got the yellow card for. The second yellow was because we played H-Town Knocking the Boots. And they said, the referee said that Celebrity Super played it. But he never played it. It's not on the recording. Celebrity Super came with his Serato to show what tunes he played and said, I never played H-Town.
I asked Special Touch, and he said no.
So
he said that
that stage now.
So, you get me? Remember, so when everybody keeps saying to us, oh, but on supposed to disqualify area. But here's the evidence, the man blatantly, he honestly put his hands up and said, I never played it. So how would it have popped down the clash if we got disqualified unlawfully? The same way I don't want to see nobody else get disqualified unlawfully, is the same way I don't want to be disqualified unlawfully.
We wasn't challenging the disqualification.
No, we wasn't challenging.
It wasn't challenging at all.
We were just a bit confused.
I was a bit confused.
Because
the MA team, okay, cool. But them time, well, I'm highly strong. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in what he's playing. That's the truth. As long as I don't play the same tune he played, I don't care. And then it just came out of the blue. Oh, disqualified. So I'm thinking, man, let's kick back down because if you're disqualified, then let's see what's going on there. And then suddenly it's just reinstated. So it's like, okay, let's get back to work. But the rhythm's gone like this now. So at that point, you're thinking, boy, see, just carry on. But as I said, I ain't taking nothing away from them. The talk was there, the music was there, the whistles was there.
The horns.
Hey, the good news is this year there's going to be horns and whistles available for everybody to purchase. You know what I mean?
See, as a good sound, sometimes you have to draw for some little antics and some tricks. And it was at the time he done it was perfect. You're in the final now, 1 for 1. Then who's it? You press the trigger. Boom.
So you press the red button.
You press the red button.
Got the bag out, innit?
Got the bag out.
I don't remember
Not saying that if he didn't get out whistles, he would have got the same result.
Yeah.
Because he just tipped the scale where it was going like this now. So when we played the David Hollister, it put it back on there.
Yeah.
But then he played the rope for it put it back on there. And I think, as Bradley Lee said, we played a record that if it was in our settings as usual, we wouldn't have stand a chance.
Yeah.
But
I think this time round though, there will be more a presence of everybody's sort of audience. So like Lucian, with respect to him, he's got his following, he's got his crowd. C6 them have got their following. that's probably may now even be bigger than all of us, given their following they've got with their podcast, or with Dizzle as a comedian, or with C6 as a Gallus, or whatever, however you want to look at it. And Gallus, whatever it is.
So speaking of C6 now, the wild card. You know, last year the wild card was Ringside, but this year, 2026, is C6. You know, and Dizzle, Elephant in the Room podcast.
Yeah,
they're going to be in the building. So C6, is this your first clash?
Not my first clash, but my first R&B clash. You know, I was I've clashed everyone. You know, I don't run from clashes.
That's what my life is.
We used to have Battle of the DJs in Brockwell's, and I beat everyone from Jamo Star, Galflex, Tubbies. It's just gone on.
You used to clash on the radio, right?
And I clash on the radio. I've clashed everyone. I clashed Brando. I've clashed people. I'm not scared for clash. I don't care. So when Richie and the promoters called me, I said, clash. I said, yeah. And then they said, slow jam. I said, oh shit, hold on. I already agreed. You get me? But, I'm not, as you lot know, I'm a multi-genre DJ. I would never consider myself an R&B dude or DJ, but
so
I'll give them a run for their money.
Okay, so it's something that you feel that you can deal with.
I feel that my skill set will challenge any one of them. Now I rate them all. I rate them all. However, it's because some man's been here longer than man doesn't mean that they know more. Because we grow in this. You see, Richie is a son of a veteran. I'm a son of a veteran. I've been in the sound business from a lily boy. I know, this is all I know. So it's inevitable that I know what to do. So I come from Taurus sound. It's a complete different music, obviously, but the idea of being around this type of lifestyle and the music and clashes, I know about this, so it's in my blood. And respectfully, I'm like a top tier DJ. I've been a DJ, we just make money from DJ, and wherever man have to drive bus and someone a sweet car and someone a wipe down this and that. This is how I make my money. Buy me house from this. You know what I mean? This is my thing. And
so respectfully, because last year I felt when the wild card was announced last year, obviously movie star Johnny, we know him as a bashment sound really. So I don't think a lot of people and the public may not have taken him as serious. So they may not have been surprised when he didn't make it to the later stages. So I think what you're saying to us is public competitors take me very serious.
I don't think nobody that, like, if you don't know me, then cool, it is what you think. But if you know me and you know how I play and you know what I do, I don't think anybody thinks I'm going to get right off.
Okay.
I think they're actually a little bit like, ooh, I don't know. Like, if it's down to the musical knowledge and how I play, I'm not worried. I've never worked with Dizzle in a musical setting before. We do a podcast. Podcast is silent. Two of us sitting in a room chatting fart. If it can translate onto a stage, then it's worries. But equally, it might translate.
Because for those that don't know, Dizzle's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
But to me, Dizzle, when I watch your podcast, Dizzle take a serious topic and turn it into a joke. And you make me, I'm like, Dizzle, why am I laughing? Because Dizzle's so unorthodox. You don't know what he's going to say.
He is hilarious. However, the settings that he usually entertains is no music. Everyone's focused on him. The lights are in a certain way. Like, the room is built for that type of thing. And we're on a podcast. It's just us two chatting shit. Now, here, you got transitions, you got timing, you're gonna talk over a mix, you gotta know what to say, you gotta build up a tune, you gotta know the tune that I'm playing to be able to tell a story. So there's a lot of work that needs to go into it, and we ain't gonna do no practice.
I was about to ask you that.
This was not the type of man to do no practice. So we're just gonna turn up on a day.
You think that's wise? It's not that you.
So you're going down the G-shot route. You just know.
No. I'm musically. I will do what I need to do musically.
Yeah.
But as I say, Dizzle's type of his personality, he's not sitting there. And even if we sat there and studied, we're gonna fail at
His attention Spanish.
Yeah. He's got ADHD, FG, Y, S, O. But yeah, in terms of the vibes, I'm not worried. I don't feel like people are just gonna write me off. Me per se as a music man. I think people are shocked or a bit confused about how the podcast thing will work, but I don't think.
Yeah, bring the boss, Lord.
You know what it is? We share a lot of audience. Me and New Winner Roadshow, we're similar. You know, we share a lot of the same audience. They brought me on RJS, and I met their Northwest crowd, and I won them over. Won over their father.
How do? What did you do to? With the
But all I know is I was highly recommended. I was brought on it, and I shell it down to the point where your father don't stop giving me respect. You understand? And then I brought you lot over south and made you meet more people. Because once the connection was made and we became brethren, yeah, we did open the lines of communications.
Just amend our CV to say C6 more to South 5 minutes ago when he buck us. Not Bradley, then we buck us.
No. We're not talking about. We're talking about scene.
Not IPSQ mystery. Then.
No, we're talking about scene wise because big up Brandley and After Dark but that's a different circuit. So like we share the circuit. So respectfully, the connection that we made definitely opened the doors for myself to come over to Northwest. I'm doing my birthday party in Northwest, because I got a decent following over there. And you guys, I see you mingling with the man them I introduced. I know I introduced you to, man. I see him. I introduced you. I remember. And then you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not the full plug, but like when you become brethren with people, this industry is about sharing links and I rate them. But we're not fighting for them.
You've got the same crowd then, obviously.
No, we've got a similar crowd.
Similar crowd.
We've got a similar demographic. Do you get what I'm saying?
Just like we got similar.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult for you to say that there's a renter crowd that we brought our people in there, and that's the reason why.
But I wasn't there, innit? That's just talk.
Okay, cool.
What I do know is that a lot of people are focused in. There's a lot of talk about Studio Express, and I feel like I don't know if Ali can handle the pressure of the Studio Express. The Studio Express.
That's like water for ducks back.
No, what it is, because you know what it is. You got a lot to live up to.
Legacy.
And you see, because what happened last time.
That's not a problem, bruv.
You sure?
100%.
Like I see you shaking, bro.
100%. That's not no problem.
Okay.
I will be honest though.
Problem.
I've heard a lot of that as well. Is that people's opinions are Studio Express couldn't leave without the trophy last year. So this year you're in that trouble because this year they're definitely not leaving without it. And I'm not saying that to put more pressure on Studio Express because
that's what I'm saying. The thing is, I'm only joking. They definitely listen. Studio Express is bar sound. I just had them at my dance. Very bar sound, top tier sound. But what we're not gonna do is we're not joining the Studio Express train. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They might think of work. They're gonna have to work.
We wouldn't want you to.
They're gonna have to work. They're gonna have to work. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think everybody has to work on that night because when you look at that lineup, I don't feel like there's any weak links.
No way.
Everybody's bring something to the table. Like we said, like Lucian, he's got a younger Randy Lee says that he sees me and Galflex as being the same era. The truth is, they're 10 years our senior.
Galflex is the
96,
just under you guys.
Because
they started 96.
They're just under.
If you start 93 and they start 96, you lot are the same. That's your group.
And to be honest, you're in terms of age-wise, but you see when the jump between the proper street sound scene when you're coming from like the rear groove, now that jump into that next era is big because Galflex would never be on our circuit dances, for instance. Like when we used to do dances, raised back in the day,
they'd be on the dances with Get Rich crew and type of.
We were kind of bringing them as a sound, newer sound.
And we was like that when we was coming up as well, because above us would be like the Touch of Classes, the Mysteries,
Desi G,
and we got on their end, to the end of their kind of level. And then we kind of, all of us kind of started
together.
But what I would say, I don't think it's no pressure, to be honest with you. The amount of clash we've been in.
You ain't been in no real clash, man.
I've been in
You
all
said
of them.
you see, you just said the clash me and Mikey Cruz put on. So the same argument them man they
No,
got
it's
as you man. You win your own clash. That's
but we
you
didn't
win
win.
the street sound clash.
Yeah, but we didn't win.
Huh?
We didn't win.
You didn't win the clash that you put on yourself.
We didn't pay enough money to win it.
We never buy
You never buy houses.
Yeah.
We never buy people. But the difference
We ran out of money,
The
innit?
difference is whatever's got room around the table. Music has no age. It's on the night. It's your deliverance.
100%.
Yeah. If your deliverance is powerful and your MC's on point, you're gonna cause damage regardless. You'll win people over. People might not even know who you are because everybody might say Studio Express, but there's still some people saying Studio Express. I'm not really familiar with them. You understand?
I would say that for some people, but I would say Studio Express, there's not one person in that
Not
dance
one person.
who is not gonna. When I'm giving out flyers or promoting the event or whatever,
Studio.
Studio Express is the name that's the
developed-
household name. It's
I would
synonymous.
say
I know you're trying to play it down, not ego free and all that, but you're near where you're near.
That's maybe because we've been around
Let me ask you
so
another
many
question,
demographics and so many different eras.
Exactly.
That's why. That's
exactly
probably
the point.
why.
Do you think you got the most pressure?
I wouldn't say we got the
Nah,
most pressure.
every sound's got pressure.
Nah, they got the most pressure. They won it.
they won it. C6 has got the most
I don't
pressure.
think that's pressure because we won it against the
I've got
odds.
the
We
least
weren't
amount of
expected to win
pressure.
it.
I got the. Let me tell you something. I've worked this out. I've studied it. I said if I win, you lot fucking lost to a podcast, and if I lose, I'm just a podcast. So
No.
I'm good.
You're a top tier DJ.
Yeah. Before, you're telling us about where you come from, Taurus, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? So therefore, the legacy's on the line, you know?
That's what I'm saying. If it was me versus Cypher versus Roger Bailey versus Ali, we've got a different argument. You understand? I'm telling. If it's me, Cypher, Roger Bailey, Ali.
Lucian Lee.
Lucian, what's the other brother? What's the other? Who's the selector for?
G-Shot.
G-Shot's the selector. Or yeah. It was,
No,
that,
G-Shot's the gunman.
If it was,
He's the gunman for the sound.
if it was a musical clash, mixing, selecting.
No, technically
Yeah,
you're very good.
I'm
I ain't
not
gonna-
losing
you know
that
what I mean?
clash.
Technically he's good.
So this is on
But you lost
So
some of
you're
the clashes.
feeling-
at the end of it.
But that's what I'm saying. No, but it's not a technical. It's not a technical thing. It's a clash.
No, that's what I'm saying. So what I mean is, because what I said earlier, when I said we're just a podcast, you thought I was backtracking, but I wasn't. Because what I'm saying is, me, I believe in my ability, but I've just said I've never worked the dance.
So Dizzle's
with
the weakling.
So Dizzle's gonna fuck it.
Oh my God. Disclaimer, yeah, ready. We gave all the wicked talk at the beginning and they said, however, I'm a podcaster.
I said everybody's under pressure.
So man, them, talk to me. Don't play to voice.
I don't need to voice them.
Voice don't play. Nah.
In all honesty,
They've all
yeah,
got
one
dubs.
thing
We got
that I will
dubs
say,
already.
one thing that I will say about last year is 90% of the crowd that are in that dance did not give a shit about your dub plays. The girls want to come there, they want to sing along to the words of the songs that they know. Because we're merging the two cultures together in terms of slow jams and sound clash,
That's where dub plays.
you entertain it a little bit for the sake of the culture.
A lot of dubs flinging.
Yeah, but what was it doing to the crowd? What were the crowd singing back?
Well, you're saying a lot of dubs are fame, but it wasn't a lot of unquality dubs.
Yeah.
If I'll be real. There
I'm
was
not cutting no dub.
There was
Bring
dub.
up Galflex again.
I'm not.
There
I'm
was
not
dub.
cutting no
There was
dub.
dub playing.
No man can't sing my name in sex songs. It's not gonna. I don't know what kind of nastiness you gotta do.
Here we go now. That's all right, she said. We know you ain't got time to get done, mate. That's all right.
But more as a feature.
What about remixes?
You know what? To be honest, as I said, for me, I'm just relying on musical knowledge and vibes. There might be a couple of remixes, but I'm really not drawing. I'm going to use our strong point. We've got a different strong point than everyone else. A different
Comedy.
We've got comedy. We've got banter that we use. You know, some man's personality dry like sandpaper. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not talking about no one in particular. But I gotta say what I gotta say. But yeah, so I'm not. We just gotta use what we got as our strength, and I'm not cutting I ain't cut a dub since 2008.
Well, for tourist son?
No, for myself. Brother, you remember you're a baby to me.
Don't let no baby come beat you on the night.
You got Pampers talk.
Just by the banter was going, you can see who's got no pressure.
Yeah.
The pressure
You know
is
what's
on.
mad? Why is Lucian not here? Because you told him he's in the gym.
Yeah. I mean, I say, let's say the man a comedian too.
Words like getting thrown already.
I said, if you play a dub and your dub's kind of close to the point of the tune, you get your credit where your credit is.
get away with it.
It's when your dub's are a little bit too far out, where the girls are singing the first part and the second part's talking about Cypher's shoes and C6's head back and all sorts.
They were good shoes though. Good shoes in
That's what it is. But to tell the truth, it's competitive. Every man in the clash is respected by one another. It's not like there's any underlying issues.
Yeah.
So it should be a nice clash. But as I said, the pressure of it, we've been here before. I'm not underestimating nobody, because look, we underestimated last year. And look, winning took it. So as much as it's nice to hear your name called as studio, we developed a slow jam. That's the difference. We've developed a slow jam set where people said, Lord, fire. And then when we put our dub into it now, it's even worse. So that's why a lot of people would say that. And remember, we're out in all of like young, old, middle. So a lot of people get that advantage to hear us at full flight and would say, oh, yeah. So, is it pressure?
I've got a question for all of you. If you're in the final, say your sound is in the final, who do you think in this year's clash will be in the final with you? I'll start with you, C6.
If I'm in the final,
who do you think? Honestly, out of all the sounds, who do you think?
Based on, okay, if I'm in the final, I think it would be me and New Winner Roadshow.
Richie? I think Express again.
Express again, being honest.
Brandley? You're in the final.
If the dance is balanced, right? If it's balanced, I'll be just saying that for the record, right? Yeah. Then I would say studio.
Oh.
And yourselves, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Studio Express, you're in the final.
Well, by the sounds of it, we're in there. We're already in there.
Yeah. Apart from. You're in the final. Who do you think? Because you was in the clash like last year, just like you in the roadshow. Who do you think that will? Of all, you guys have been on the scene for donkey, so you know. I think you know every selector's kind of like strength and maybe their weaknesses, but their strengths, what they're strong in and they're speaking and who do you think will be in the final?
It's a hard one.
Yeah,
it's a hard one because this.
I think, boy, do you know what?
You voice.
I think after dark. Me personally.
After that, as your first slow jam clash, right?
Yeah, but what I would
only
say.
saying that because I know Roger.
Yeah.
Because you on the same circuit, same amount of time.
Roger can draw. He can draw some cards.
I would say winner. And
why?
MC for MC, innit? I'm gonna be biased.
That's another good question. Do you think that the MC has a really integral part?
Of course.
To whether
he's 50%.
He's through or not.
He's 50% of the mechanics.
In a clash, I think that
it might even be more than 50%.
I think in a clash, the MC is
more
than 50%.
Yeah. Because it's the lead up to the song.
Yeah. So to me, not knocking no MCs, I think because Richie's been schooled well, and as he said, it's like me when I used to look at Mystery. Mystery was the baddest thing out there, and I've always, when I used to go Oasis, I was a younger sound. I used to look at myself, I ain't brushing, Watch when I get up there, and by the laws permitted, it's that way inclined now. So when you've MCs with like veterans like Tony Nicks, Barry White, and you can't get the mic. Literally, when you put your hand out to get the mic, that man's taking the mic from you, and you're standing up there like this. So you have to just get mad and just grab the mic, and Tony's saying, if you don't mash up this dancer, watch what I'm gonna do with you. And like, so I'm coming from a soundman background, lyrical background. Like, it was them time that it was more lyrics, so I could kind of take the mic from Tony, and tear down the dance with lyrics, and they'll say, yeah, you can't tell me nothing. The lyrics things has changed now. Your MC's more a host. He's more an introduction. He's more a build-up.
I'm gonna say where, because you know I'm really a hardcore Clash sound man. The MC now is the real kind of like they're the star. They're the forefront of they're the star. Because if you look at from the days of Squingy. Mark was there, but you know, it's Squingy's star. GX so supreme. You understand? So I believe the MC, especially for this Clash, and because it's going to be majority females, women. The MC, his performance has to be up there.
I think it's more so with a dancehall in the dancehall circuit because the MC pretty much carries the sound and the selector is just shooting. I think in this type of Clash, it's a lot down because I could be sitting there saying the best thing in the world. If the tune's not there to back it up, it counts for nothing. Yeah. If the selection hasn't been put together properly, it counts for nothing.
The strategy,
so
the story.
Me personally, there's got to be a synergy in it. There's got to be
absolutely. I agree. Yeah. There has to be. But that's what I was about to say. We're just talking.
Yeah. But the thing into a complete comedian sketch.
Yeah. But Richie, you've been
there.
Exactly. But as I'm saying, Richie, you've been there. You see certain man. Whatever the music, laptop pop down or whatever in clashes, and they just bust joke and they just entertain, winning over.
That shows the characteristics of that host. When things go wrong, like even when they're hosting award shows or whatever, when they're saying, "Oh, we need you to buy us some time here, freestyle," and you notice who's of what level from who's not, who could actually keep the crowd engaged and actually banter their way through it and crack on with it, still looking seamless. And that shows the level of that MC, the levels of that host or whatever, who's still able to hold the crowd. On the night, hopefully we'll have no issues in terms of anything popping down, and everyone just gets to be the best of what their polished act is. And
we've got to remember what this is about, right? It's not a comedy show.
Respectfully, it's not
a podcast, right?
Oh,
we're saying this is about slow jams, right? That's what this is about. So if the audience that comes are about the culture and about slow jams or authentically, then you should be judged upon
what you play,
and how you present that.
Randy sounds like he's got a chip on his shoulder.
I know that there will be people that will think, after dark, you know what I mean? Probably a bit more underdogish because people got short memory, but when we were in our own lane, we weren't necessarily clashing with all the sounds, right? But we were in our own lane, built our own respect, and it's very difficult for where we come from, as Dodd just said. When we were coming up, you couldn't just pick up the mic. I remember the first time I was in a rave, them time we weren't even playing, was just beginning to put ourselves together. And I was in a dance, and it was my birthday. And my sister went up to the guy on the mic and said, "Yeah, big up my brother, Brandy, on his birthday." And the MC said, "Big up Brandy Lee. I don't know who the fuck you are, but happy birthday anyway."
Wow.
And I remember saying to myself, "You're gonna know who I am."
You took it as motivation.
I took it as motivation.
Not disrespect.
Does he know you now? Just about?
He definitely.
Definitely.
That same man ended up coming to me and saying, "Let's do a great birthday rave together." Right? But I'm trying to say that that's where we came from. You had to fight, to get any recognition. And then our thing was, we came from that really more sweet boy combination of street, and sweet boy, right? So we was about bringing good quality girls out. You get that bit right, then the man then will follow. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And that's how we built and got to where we got to. Do you understand? So we don't ever forget how we got to where we got to, and fundamentally, ladies first. So.
All right, you mentioned the one word, underdog, Put yourself down the underdog. One sound. Mention one sound. In your opinion, who's the underdog?
Who's the underdog?
Yeah.
I personally think New Attraction.
Underdog.
I would say Lucian, myself.
Underdog. Lucian. Underdog.
And I'd only say Lucian because I don't know him like that. So I would probably say Lucian as well.
Underdog Cypher.
Lucian.
Richie, underdog.
C6 and Dizzle.
Okay, well,
Can I just say one thing, just quickly? It's been a many a year that I've had these dinosaurs throwing. How long they've been doing this music thing? Yeah, you know, because when I was young and I was getting into the space, you know, like where I do this from, but 25 years deep. So I don't want to hear no dinosaur tell me nothing because what you know when the dinosaurs got crushed and the world end, and then whatever animal come after that, I'm there. So the chicken, whatever it was. Because no, to be honest, what I'm saying is there's a lot of you know, like how long I've been doing this and how long, but that don't mean nothing.
So your time.
It don't. No. It's not my time. But it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing.
It sounds like a Richard Attenborough documentary.
No, because it doesn't mean nothing. Because you know, like, because
going to play a part.
What I'm saying is this, yeah, because it's a melting pot of people. It does. If you've been doing it for 65 years and there's a 21-year-old, it means nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I was listening to the Clash and Cypher did wheel off one bag of new tunes that the dinosaurs from last year couldn't play, which took them into a different level. So the other sound, what they called? No, from last year. Special Touch played very well. But what they did, Special Touch played very well, Studio Express played very well, but they were both in the same pocket, which means
Sort of blues
we got a
dance
blues
lane.
dance. Yeah, we got to pick from this pocket. Whereas New Winners separated themselves by using the youth, and using the what they have. So
if we're honest though, that was adapting on the day because Special Touch played about 6 tunes that we had lined up ready to play as our opening, and we had to zing.
Yeah.
And
But the fact is,
after
having the ability to adapt to that and go down a different lane, because you can get stuck. You know, and respectfully, you know, dinosaur. This Tyrannosaurus Rex. We don't mess with them dinosaurs. But what I'm saying is, you can get stuck in dinosaur lane. Respectfully, you can get stuck and be an old tune, be an old Otis Redding and fucking Sam Cooke, and they get stuck over there so with the old folk. But you have to be able to adapt. So I feel sometimes when there's a lot of weeping, you get stuck. You're gonna stick yourself in the mud.
Can I rap?
Can I
Save it for no.
My thing's very short. To be honest, so what everybody's saying, it sounds like this pressure's really on because we're talking about dinosaurs, we're talking about ex-dinosaurs, and we're talking about past dinosaurs.
And chickens.
But the fundamental part of it is the deliverance. From your average deliverance, you could be a dinosaur little more. Come here and yam everything then.
Well, like you did.
Chicken
All right.
All right. Time. I played the boxing. Time. So we're gonna wrap this up. In closing, I'm gonna ask you guys some of your, departing words for your,
Now, big and serious. I respect everyone. I respect them all, like, highly. Randy, I respect him. He's from the ends. I respect him highly. I respect Newman. I respect the family. Respect them all. So I'll give them the best send-off possible.
I knew he was going to. DJ Ali, departing words.
As they say, playtime done, innit? After today, definitely playtime done. Most definitely.
Dodd?
Nah. What's the sheep?
Randy Lee.
They're not fighting on nobody, no, but me respect everybody.
Okay.
No boy no better than we.
Cypher. I ain't got no animal sounds or no songs, but put it this way, just like last year, my fire is burning. I wanted to win last year bad, but this year I want to win it even more because I feel like I have no doubts that last year we won it fair and square, but this year there's going to be no questions, there's going to be no doubts. Okay. But respect to everybody. But we're winning with no doubts this year. We're leaving nothing to chance.
Okay, and Richie, also same question to you, and also, why should the people pull up, be at Play Another Slow Jams Clash 2026, early March the 21st?
They already know I respect them all, so I mean I read them too much. But what I will say is, last year my daughter ate a cereal out of the other trophy, and my son of a boy were fitting at this one, and him one I'm female out at this one. So you know what I want. They mentioned Galflex getting a short straw because they played early last year, so that's probably part of the reason contributing to them getting eliminated early. This year, we don't want no one to experience getting the short straw, so please, everybody, 21st of March, if you haven't got your ticket yet, go and grab them now, and make sure you come out as early as possible to support the sounds and ensure everybody gets a fair chance at going on with that.
And if you're coming from Kuwait, then leave by 7
6:30.
All right, and that's time, and that's been the pre-clash reasoning for Playing Other Slow Jams 2026. Be there, get there, all car, tire, all everything, bus, Uber, ice, make sure you're there, all right? Wow.
Who's going to win? Wisdom? Or you?